The topic of today is an interesting one. Has to do with artificial intelligence and in 4 key areas: agriculture, sustainable environment, and education. I would like to make some remarks before going on. Yes, artificial intelligence is here to stay. But during my lecture, you will see that we have to be very, very careful. We have to be very, very careful. A lot of things are going on in artificial intelligence. But the danger sometimes the over-reliance on artificial intelligence is causing will not be seen now until the near future. I don't want to start with the bad news. So let me just keep quiet for now. Let me share the good news so that we all appreciate what AI is, its capability, what it can do, and what it cannot do. And then, in the middle of it, I would also highlight some words of caution. Okay? Words of caution. Okay. It's unfortunate that the slides do not work, but let me just see how this goes. So, let me start by posing a question. What do you think is the average human IQ? So, by IQ, we mean intelligent quotient. So, artificial intelligence is intelligent as artificial. It is mimicking human intelligence. So, let's start with human intelligence. What do you think is the average human IQ? Any idea? Human intelligent quotient. Any idea? Sorry? Not 500. Sorry? 146. 1.6. It's a 3-digit number. Average human IQ. 1.06. Average human IQ is 100. Average human IQ is 100. Now, what is intelligence? Intelligence is the ability to learn, understand, adapt to new situations, and solve problems, encompassing both cognitive abilities and the capacity to apply knowledge effectively. IQ can be assessed by using tests that aim to measure a person's intellectual with their potential by giving them tasks that focus on reasoning and problem solving and logic. So, when you get an IQ test only 2 things: quantitative and verbal reasoning. So, IQ on its own is limited way of defining intelligence. And we will come to see that there are a lot of people that are blessed in other ways apart from IQ. Now, the concept of IQ was invented in the year 1904 by Alfred Binet. And what it says is IQ score is equal to mental age over your actual age. Mental age over actual age times 100%. So the I got 100 is when you have a mental age exactly equal to your actual age, then times 100. Whatever the age is, if it's 36 over 36 times 100, that will be 100. So that is average human age 100. Now, what happens is that sometimes you can see a 2-year-old boy with an IQ of a 6-year-old boy. So the mental age is 6 years. And the actual age is 2 years, times 100. That is how you find IQ. Now, when is artificial intelligence? Or when is intelligent artificial? Artificial intelligence, which is AI, is the simulation of human intelligence in machines, enabling them to learn, reason, perceive, solve problems, and understand language of own tasks that typically require human intellect, like recognizing speech, making decisions, or creating content by training on vast amount of data to identify patterns and adapt to behavior. Now, how does AI work? First, there is data collection, such as images, numbers, sensor data, such as soil data, patient records. Then the second one is data processing, that is cleaning the data. Then the third one is model training. It's trained algorithms to learn patterns. Okay? There are common models in AI, such as machine learning, deep learning, and so on and so forth. Then the fourth one is inference and decision making. AI applies the learned pattern of data to new situations. Then the fifth one is feedback and improvement. The AI continuously feedback, learn and optimize. Now, as we agree that the average is 100, that is when we measure this AI itself, we can be able to see that there are some types of AI. There are three main types of AI. And there are some estimated IQs of AI. So we have the big AI, which has IQ less than human intelligence. The IQ of weak AI is less than 100. And these weak AIs perform one single job alone, such as virtual assistants like Siri on the phone, Google Assistant, self-driving cars, fraud disease detection apps, and so on and so forth. These are weak AIs. Then we have the medium AI, which equates to human intelligence, around 100. This is highly theory. This one matches human intelligence. Then there are some AIs which have IQ of over 100, such as 106. This is also in theory. This one surpasses human intelligence. Now, human beings have categories of IQ, and I will take a case study of this IQ. Elon Musk, anyhow you call him, you should know him. He's the founder of PayPal, OpenAI, Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink. He's presently the owner of Twitter, which is X. So Elon Musk reportedly read the entire Britannica, which has 32 volumes, 2,642 pages by the age of 9. Was known for his voracious reading habits as a child, often spending several hours a day reading, including science fiction, novels, and non-fiction books. He created a video game at the age of 12 and sold it to Elon Musk had an IQ range of 155 to 160. This is a similar IQ fantasized with those of Albert Einstein and Newton. We all know Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein. Now, this is just a brief of. Now, IQ is not the only intelligence. There are multiple intelligences. At least there are 8. There is mathematical intelligence, which has to do with logical intelligence. The engineers, the computer scientists belong to this. Naturalistic intelligence, such as biologists, botanists, zoologists, and so on. Linguistic intelligence, those that are very good with words, mass communicators, media, lawyers, and so on and so forth. Then the interpersonal intelligence, who are people smart. Give me one example. Politicians. A politician can tell you here and there, and you don't know. They are very good with words. So these are people smart. Then there is self-smart, interpersonal intelligence. Body smart, kinesthetic intelligence. Kinesthetic intelligence, such as the bodybuilders, the athletes, footballers, and so on. Musical intelligence, that are very good at music. Examples are, you cannot say he's not intelligent just because he has maybe lower IQ. He is musically smart, musically intelligent. So when we understand these varieties of intelligences, we now begin to see that intelligence goes beyond IQ. Now, in terms of AI models, there are several AI models that are now in the market. There is OpenAI, which has an estimated IQ of 135. There is Cloud 4, which has an estimated IQ of 127. Gemini, estimated IQ of 126. Even the Gemini, there is 2.0 and 2.5. So then there is OpenAI 0.4 mini, estimated IQ of 122. You can see they are all above average human IQ. We have the Grok. Grok has an estimated IQ of 112. DeepSeek, estimated IQ of 106. Okay? Then Copilot, okay, has an estimated IQ of 86. Okay? It is below human IQ. Now, among all this, you can see that OpenAI has the highest IQ. The OpenAI is such as ChatGPT 4, ChatGPT 5. Okay? Now, technology is getting smarter, but are people becoming dumber? That is the question. The world IQ is highly dropping. The world IQ is dropping. From 1950s, the world IQ started dropping from the average of 100 to estimated probably 21,110 in the year 21,110, an average of 82, an IQ of 82. Now, in terms of classification of human IQ, highly gifted ranges from 140 and above. And only 0.4% of the global population fall within this. There is gifted, which is 130 and above, and then there is out of the global population. 50% of human beings have average IQ. 50%. Okay? Now, there is a recent study carried out by MIT scientists. They scanned the brain of non-ChatGPT user and a ChatGPT user, and the results were shocking. And the question is, what happened when we outsource too much of our thinking to machines? A new study from MIT revealed that heavy use of generative AI tools such as ChatGPT might dull our minds, might dull our brains. After studying 54 university graduates over 4 months, okay, using EEG brain scans, it was found that frequent AI users exhibited reduced memory, weaker critical thinking, and lower overall. Just like the way we build our bodies through exercise, that's what we call exercise. We build our minds, and we do. The brain is so special that it can adapt to the environment. Okay? This is the theory of neuroplasticity. It can adapt, easily adapt. And the brain is so that the more you use it, the more it functions. Now, there are several techniques using AI and their descriptions and their applications. Machine learning, it learns from data and can be used in yield prediction in the farm. Deep learning, using neural networks from layers, it can be used in medical imaging. Computer vision, understand images and videos. It can be natural language processing, NLP, understand text and speeches. It can be used for chatbots and grading. Reinforcement learning, where learning from the world can be used in smart irrigation farming. Now, AI in agriculture. There are several applications of AI in agriculture, precision farming, pest disease detection, and smart irrigation. And there are several tools that can be used in AI in agriculture, such as Plantix, detect crop to via images, Prop A, Farm Management Analytics, IBM Watson Decision Platform for Agriculture for Weather Risk Analysis, especially this year farming season. It came in very late. So this kind of AI can be used to predict weather and risk analysis. Drones and computer vision, crop health monitoring, AI-powered IoT sensors, soil moisture and nutrient tracking. And the impact of this to Nigeria is that it reduces guesswork. It improves food security across smallholder farms. AI in healthcare. There are many applications such as disease diagnostics, medical imaging, drug discovery, and medicine. I remember during the last edition of the next stage here, they launched one company called Ziply that supply drugs to the remote villages. I don't know whether it's still in existence. Now, that is AI in healthcare. AI tools an example in healthcare. There is AI radiology system. It takes 2 months TB fractures and so on and so forth. There is other health system symptom checking. There is Park AI, cancer diagnostics, AI chatbot, primary health care triage, and so on and so forth. There is wearable concierge. It can monitor heart rate, glucose, and monitoring. Even now, you can have your smartwatch that can measure your oxygen level, your heart rate, and so on and so forth. So, relevance to Nigeria is it addresses local shortages, improves rural healthcare access, support early disease detection. But you have to be careful if you are sick, consult a medical doctor. Because there was a story I think in the US that someone died with wrong diagnosis from AI. You have to be careful. AI is sustainable environment. Tools for sustainable environment, climate monitoring, energy optimization, waste management, and environmental protection. Then there are AI tools as well in sustainable environment. Google Earth, climate and deforestation analysis, AI smart grid, energy efficiency, predictive analytics, flood and drought forecasting, air waste sorting system for recycling, and carbon footprint air models for emission tracking. And the context of Nigeria is that flood prediction in coastal regions, smart energy management for grids, and pollution monitoring in urban centers. Then AI in education. AI tools in education. Some of the applications personalized learning, automated grading, virtual tutoring, curriculum optimization. Now, let me sound a word of warning here. For some of us that are still applying for things, applications, most of us rely on AI, but there is what they call application tracking system, ATS. They also use AI to sort submission from AI. So they use AI to track any submission made by AI, they will throw it away. So you have to be careful. And all of a sudden, you can see that even on social media, you can see a powerful written article, but it's AI generated. When someone that cannot even stand and make a complete sentence, write beautifully with AI, now what is happening? You can see switches appearing similar, applications appearing similar, and articles appearing similar, because there are words that are consistent with AI. Now, there are tools and examples, AI platforms, such as personalized lesson delivery, ChatGPT or AI tools, academic support, Grammarly for writing assistant, Knowledge for academic integrity and plagiarism check, then switch to text AI, inclusive learning. The impact is that this makes access to quality education easy, support teachers, and improve learning outcomes. And there was a case at Harvard University. This is a social case. A professor of honesty, because the whites are very bullish at this. There is one person that can study honesty up to his professor level. There is one person that can study sleep up to his professor level. This is Professor of Honesty. She was found for dishonesty using AI. We have to be careful. Now, ethical and societal consideration, data privacy, algorithmic bias, job displacement, digital divide, critically in Africa. These things are things that we should consider in the future. And the solution here is that we have to make responsible use of AI, local data ownership, and digital literacy. The AI in the future, futuristic AI in agriculture. There are so many examples. Autonomous farming, AI managed farming, robotic tractors, drones, and smart irrigation farms can operate 24/7 with minimal human interaction or intervention. They can decide when to plant, when to irrigate, when to fertilize, and when to harvest, all using AI. That is in the future. Predictive climate resistance agriculture, AI model forecast climate shocks, look at floods and things, so on and so forth. Like when there is flooding before, when you plant rice or anything, when there is flooding, it can wash away the entire. But with climate resistant civilians, no matter how heavy the flood is, anyway, God can do anything. But mostly they resist flood. Air model forecast climate shocks years ahead of farmers in crop plants based on visuals. And AI design crop varieties resistant to heat and humidity. Hyper-personalized farming. AI analyzes each square meter of land separately by micro dosing of water, fertilizer, and nutrient, zero waste and maximum yield. Then there is AI-driven food security. System national AI will give food strategies before they occur. Government intervention early in logistics and subsidies reduction of demand and cost advocacy. The future outcome, farming becomes high precision, scientific activity, and non-subsistence level. The futuristic of AI in healthcare, AI as a digital doctor, AI diagnosis disease, AI than humans, voice, spatial tools, and biomarkers. Then predictive preventive medicine, AI predict diseases, AI before symptoms appear, personalized, and medical information. AI design drugs and vaccine delivery, weeks ahead, and AI stimulates millions of chemical combination across. The last one for healthcare, precision surgery and nanomedicine, AI guided some surgery will be done by machines without human intervention. What humans will do is just monitor others. Now, the future outcome is healthcare becomes continuous personalized problem and adding humanity. Futuristic AI is sustainable environment, from environmental damage to controlled land. AI monitors forests, oceans, and wildlife in real time, predict deforestation, poaching, and ecosystem collapse. Climate engineering adaptation. AI models them to design climate solutions and so on. AI-driven circular economy. AI will design supply chains for zero waste automation. Then there is smart energy environmental justice of AI. The future outcome for this is that humanity shifts from extractive environmental behavior to intelligence ecological quality. Futuristic AI education, from one size fits all schooling to lifelong personalized learning. You see, what we always do is that we assume that everyone is the same. Everyone is equal. Everyone has the same IQ. Everyone has the same intelligence. But some people might have intelligence quotient that is IQ. Some can have emotional. Some are very good with their systems, with their bodies. Some are culturally intelligent. Some are musically intelligent. And so on. In advanced world, or in the future, what we will see is that personalized learning. Okay? I think before, even in Nigeria, there are some schools made for geniuses, gifted students. Okay? If you are a gifted person, a gifted child, you belong to a particular school. Now, in the nearest future, what we will see is that personalized learning adequate. Now, AI personal tutors, every learner has a personal AI teacher, teaching adult learning style, based and interest language barriers. Skill-based, non-certificate-based education, AI assesses real skills, not examination memorization, personalized learning. Immersive learning environment, AI virtual reality classroom. Students enter historical event laboratories and ecosystem learning by students, not by rote instruction. Now, what happens is that usually, even for exams, we actually don't assess critical thinking and problem solving ability, but towards memorization usually. If you can memorize, guys. Okay? And now, in examinations, you see that a lot of students are using AI. And teachers as well need to be equipped with AI tools to be able to track AI solution. Futuristic AI in education. The last one is AI for educational equity, all class education, accessible from any village. From any villages, AI and trial learning graphs, any. Now, what AI cannot do? Let's try that AI can do all these things. Let's just take 1 minute exercise. Please, can you bring out your phone? Open any AI tool you have. Then we type AI into WhatsApp or ChatGPT or Gemini or any AI you have. Just from 2 or 3 minutes. Just type these prompts. What AI cannot do? Let's see. What AI cannot do? So you can see that all these things we have highlighted beautifully, AI cannot do. But there are a lot more that AI cannot do. So please, who can volunteer? Anybody? What AI cannot do? Anybody? Just quickly. Well, 2 minutes also. Nobody? Okay. Permit me to go now.
AI cannot do collaborative thinking, analytical thinking, as well as critical thinking.
Okay. Yes. I want someone that can read from any AI. Which AI is this one? ChatGPT.
It says AI cannot fulfill humans. AI cannot replace human judgment and accountability. AI cannot create truly original ideas from nothing. AI cannot guarantee correctness. AI cannot fully understand real-world context. AI cannot perform physical or field work. AI cannot replace professional certification or authority. AI cannot ensure ethical use of itself. AI cannot understand future uncertainty perfectly. AI cannot replace human leadership. That's all.
Thank you very much. So you can see that AI cannot do all these things. So AI cannot be replacement for human judgment. I have all these three things because it is already said. Let me see. Now, this is what I wrote sometime September 2025. That inquisition, intuition, creativity, and innovation are intrinsically and exclusively human traits. AI doesn't have this. Any AI model that does this, yes, it must have human. AI by and large does not have the capacity to make layman profession. Not. But it could make more professional, more proficient, and efficient. Just like when calculators were introduced.
The reviewer for several scientific journals has presented his work at high-profile conferences across Nigeria, Malaysia, and the United States. His academic reputation is further reinforced by impactful research in areas such as swarm intelligence, drone control, autonomous vehicles, and embedded systems. Beyond academia, Dr. Saradin has been given. He attended the famous charity organization, the Muslim Special Training Center (MPD), and the Muslim Refresher Course Program (Refresher). Since graduating, has served as a dedicated mentor and teacher to many young men and women in Zaria and beyond. He is also one of the founding members of the the Glass Academy. His hard work has been recognized through various honors and awards. He received the Outstanding Performance Achiever Award from the Faculty of Engineering, Ahudahuda in 2014, PhD Research Grant from the Sanaa, the ALOBA Foundation in 2019. He has also received multiple commendation letters for his professionalism, technical leadership, and public service contributions. Dr. Zaradin is the technical head of the IIOE Nigeria National Center, where he manages the operations of the ABU Create Give Smart Classroom. Currently, Dr. Zaradin is the general coordinator of the MBM Mentorship Platform, where he leads initiatives aimed at and early career researchers through the structured mentorship, academic guidance, and career development. Dr. Zaradin is a registered engineer with the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN, a member of both the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, and the International Association of Engineers. He holds additional certifications in Huawei Cloud Computing, autonomous flight systems, Martinez, Simulink, and other emerging tech platforms, demonstrating his dedication to lifelong learning and staying at the forefront of engineering innovation. Dr. Zaradin Haruna is happily married and enjoys reading, watching movies, and playing table tennis in his leisure time. Chairman, sir, distinguished guests, I present you our discussant for the lecture just presented, Dr. Zaradin Haruna of the Department of Computer Engineering, Ahudahuda University, Zaire. So please come forward for the discussion. Thank you. May I also acknowledge the presence of Madam Qasim Muhammad, you're welcome. Ahudahuda Zubayru, you're welcome. Honorable Ali Yao, representing Council Secretary Zaire Local Government, you're welcome. And we also have Malam Sheikh Mato, current Vice Principal at Ahudahuda College. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to join this to talk. I appreciate you, Mr. Ahudahuda College of Students Association as a who see me waiting for making this constant to my senior brother, Dr. Hamisu Ahudahuda, who mentored us while we are on students. So I would like to continue from where Dr. this talk. Every other application at least make paper well understood. Let us start this presentation on intelligence. Basically, that intelligence, that intelligence, it was systems. People are trying to make systems understand. And everything starts from where? From the brain. So the brain itself consists of billions of neurons. We say neurons, not as terminology, actually knows what it is. A neuron is actually like a system of its own. Input organ maps. It has a cell body, which undergoes the processes. It has atom, which is the output. Basically, those billions of neurons were connected via synapses. So those neurons are what actually process information in one place. So those kind of intelligence, what these are trying to transfer to machines in order to take actions. So naturally, I want to ask the situation who have this presentation by telling us that AI cannot replace human being. But the people that use AI are going to replace the people that don't use AI. Because AI will make professionals more professionals. AI will make people more smarter. So it's not that you should use AI as just input system, but rather you should be able to process data input by AI. Because our way efficient usage of the AI. Let's look at history. When scientific papers were invented, science teachers from secondary school stage a demonstration that they don't want in secondary schools. But today, we are still young calculators. It does not change who we are. Because it's what we are makes us use what we do. If you don't know how to use it, you will what I would say is AI has come to stay. The data we learn how to use AI and the data that will become more in general, AI makes us more productive and we should avoid the productive use of AI. I will wrap the presentation or my discussion based on the key areas under the AC's presentation, starting from agri. In 2014, in 2024, sorry, I created a device called Crop Disease Detector, an AI platform that can be used at a local farmer, in an area or a hard-to-reach area by network, areas where there's no internet. Because what the student observed is that these diseases, the farmers does not realize that their crops are not it's too late until when the disease has taken over the hard entire crops. So because of dependency on visual inspection. So what the system does is that you have a farm, you plant crops, so you should be able to use the camera from the device to detect the presence of diseases. So you see, the only reason why this works is because the system relies on data. And the problem we from the African domain we are facing is lack of these data. And that's why even when you try to generate a prompt and ask any AI model a patient, most of the input you get is not enriched by a content from the African side, because the data used are data from Europe or Western world. So you see, there is what we call digital device. The data, the system does not know us a lot, but it actually knows most of the people from Europe. Just imagine a child born and raised in the forest. He has never come in contact with people, or he has never cooked any type of food. He has never prepared any type of food. If you bring that person to the world or to the town and ask him to cook, will he be able to do that? Will he be able to do that? Why? Because he lacks data. This data are images, text, video, and so because he has no information, you are able to repair your car because you have seen somebody doing it. This is what we call intelligence. So these data are what AI systems are being trained upon to learn from. Online data when we move this at times because we are adaptive, we can be able to show our thinking in real time. You can be able to ask the patient, you know the answer, because you can be able to get our patient because our data to me. That's why one thing the says here cannot do is difficulty. Okay, so the device, the global display was presented in China with a global competition and they won the first prize. So this means Nigerians are capable of this AI system. In 2023, there was serious flooding in Nigeria, and that's why I'm asking people to develop a smart waste robot. It's an AI intelligent robot that walks around campus or clear waterways, and what it does is that it tries to detect the presence of non-biodegradable waste like plastic, iron, and lead. Those are key issues that cause flooding because they always lost waterway. So with that, the system can be able to remove those kind of waste from waters. AI innovation competition, and they won the prize. That's an idea that Nigerians are smarter and they are intelligent. I think adding this because of these things, a researcher from Ahudahuda University from the Department of Biochemistry won a €5 million research grant. What she was asked for, what she needed to do is to develop a digital microscope. Because the issue is if you get around personnel from laboratories, too much looking into microscope affect their sleep. So their eyes will become affected. The hospital are going check progressively ask how strong their eyes. Because when you reach some stage, you go and get to clearly check what you see. And that's the easy accurate to ask a lab scientist. And again, a lot of these lab scientists they were because in rural areas, they lack equipment. Meaning, if this one is able to develop this digital microscope, it's not way to replace those people working in the laboratory, but rather make them more productive and enhance their working ethics. And the final sector the major talks about is education. Most of the times we go into class, take 1 hour to prepare a show, or take 2 hours to do the educations. So this will make you less productive because those 2 hours or 3 hours try to prepare questions for the student or for the student is too much. Instead, to use the 2 hours in doing other important jobs or in doing some kind of thinking that solves society problems. So we have to make ourselves. Now, we need to look at AI. This is large language models. It means we need some seconds. You can be able to handle patients. Even the kind of questions that human cannot generate, it means AI is actually the best. But however, if you don't know how to use AI, it means you can never generate a good response from AI because the data prompt is only a responsive result from AI. So it means the introduction of AI in academia is actually a blessing. You learn a lot. The only issue is that you should avoid using direct response from AI. You should always try to verify AI. Whatever what AI generated, try to go through it and try to verify. Just like for instance, this sentence, you are approaching well. You are approaching well. You are approaching well. It is contextual. You are approaching well. For instance, now a word is good. Just like as a student that develop eyeglass. Eyeglass is an AI-based glass for visually impaired people. So it guides them to navigate from one place to another. Now, if you are approaching well, and the system tells what the system see, tells the AI system that you are approaching well, or the AI system tells the visually impaired person, you are approaching well. But rather, you are approaching well. Can I approach the beginner? I'm actually approaching well. What to happen?
It's safe.
Yes. But rather, what the see is well. Yeah, I will tell you about you well. Because that's what data. Remember, the foundation, AI depends on data. And the data used to train that AI, where it means data. Because you as human being, you should be able to realize that that well may be different. Because you are human being. But the AI system is not human being. It's what I use, the data I use to train the system. Yeah, it's what you understand. So whatever data you use to train the system is what the system is going to use to execute action. So what I'm saying to somebody is that whatever content you have AI, you must, under must, you must verify it. Else you are going to embarrass. And mind you, one serious problem about AI hallucination. AI can generate content that it can hallucinate. If you now try to use ChatGPT and ChatGPT to create a movie of Leila, it will generate a movie of Leila. And while that movie does not exist. So since it's good to depend on AI, but you should use it ethically and responsibly. Only then you will say the use of AI. Thank you very much.
Use AI ethically and responsibly. This is the take-home message. Very, very important. Use your brain. Use your brain. As simple as that. All right, thank you very much, sir. Now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the next item, with the permission of the chairman, we move to presentation of certificates to the guest lecturer and the discussant. Sorry, distinguished guests, pardon my shortcomings. They have been directed by the chairman to entertain one or two questions before we proceed to the presentation of certificates. Okay, we have one. The chairman directed we take one or two. The chairman said, okay, the chairman said we should take one here, and then, okay, we'll have 5. Who on the high table? Okay, 5. Please, one more question. We start with the person.
My name is Suleiman Musa. I have 2 questions. The questions is over reliance on AI. Has made students very lazy, indolent. Now, how are we going to service this situation? That is being the students have rely on this AI that we are all talking about. Now the issue, even if you go to our tertiary institution, you find out that they purposefully rely on it. Now, how are we going to address this? That is important. About the issue of agriculture, most of Nigerians are peasant farmers. So now, with the issue of this artificial intelligence, most of the Nigerians are not educated, as we can know. So now the issue is, now we brought about the impact of this AI. How is this AI solve the issue of food security, food utilization, food stability, as well as food availability? Because in the Constitution, it has stated that is in section 16A, it brought about this issue of food security. That is what we are doing in Nigeria.
Thank you very much, sir. The question is clear. The question is clear. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Ahudahuda Old My question is, now social media is taking all the times of our youngs. Please, sir, how can I apply AI work in social media, either video or audio? Please, that is my question. The AI work in social media, either video or audio that they are present in social medias.
I think the question is trying to. Okay. The question, if I'm not mistaken, how can you identify AI tools?
Yes.
Okay, how can you identify AI content?
Yes.
In social media, AI content and like original, okay, sure, fake news, and then other, okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, okay. For the first question, over reliance on AI. As I said in my closing remarks, inquisition is completely human trait. So by inquisition is the ability to ask questions. Mostly AI don't initiate questions. It's kind of ask questions based on their prompt. And generally in the world of knowledge, knowledgeable people are not known by their answers but their questions. So AI don't have that inquisition. And the way you don't rely on AI is that you ask questions. to critique prompts and AI response. For AI used in remote villages by farmers that are literate, if you consider your phone now, if you use MTN SIM card, there are options for languages. There is Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo, and so on and so forth. Even with AI now, that was why Dr. Aradin was saying that we don't have African data. This is what we should work on. Native languages, such as Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo, to have enormous data that could be used by AI. Now, for AI-generated content on social media, look, you can know when something is AI-generated. You see, AI doesn't have emotion, zero emotion. When you write speeches by yourself, you can see that there are always touches of emotion. But when speech is generated by AI, you can see that it is devoid of emotion. Nice one. And right now, there are even AI tools that are used to detect AI content. Just like I told you about the application tracking system. When there is opening for job employment and you apply, your submission doesn't go to the company directly. It goes to the AI tool, that's ATS, application tracking system. It is the ATS that will now separate AI content and the human content. And it is the human content that goes to the company. And if you have been using AI a lot, you can see that there are a lot of words that are similar in AI. There are some words that are similar in AI. I will not tell you, but just go and find out. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Ndeje, for this wonderful presentation. So during your presentation, you mentioned one professor in America, where professor of honesty, where he was caught using AI, so and they considered him as dishonest. They did dishonest in America to use AI. So apart from that, you see in Nigeria, we have been there must be calling of embracing this AI system. So in Nigeria, we have so many people, a population of 230 almost plus million. So, sir, what will happen in the situation whereby many of our people are using this AI? Is it that AI is going to take over people's work from them, or what? Thank you very much.
My question is very simple. In life, everything has an advantage and disadvantage. How can you rate percentage of advantage of AI in our life and disadvantage of AI in our life?
My name is Salam Bashir. The question is related to agri-precision, AI adoption. Most especially our farmers or practitioners, they are in more rural areas where they don't have access of technology, so they can adopt with AI tools. I don't know how we are going to cope with these challenges. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I will answer the first three questions and now Dr. Zaradin to answer the last one. For Professor of Honesty, I think it's a she. She's a woman. Yes, she's a woman. She is a professor of honesty. And producing paper generated by AI appear as her own is honest. That is honest. Okay? So that was why she was fired. You cannot present something generated by AI as your own. You can use AI to generate articles, but it shouldn't be 100% reliant on AI. You should guide AI by prompt. AI should be able to supervise, monitor. Okay? Like what I do honestly, whenever I write something, an article or anything, I'll just dump it on AI. And most of my prompts is correct grammar, spelling, and polish this essay. They are my own essay. Okay? And I can just give it to AI to help me either summarize or polish it. That's my own. It is not AI generated. But in our own case, it was completely generated by AI, and that was dishonest. And in academia, we have what we call plagiarism, and that is academic dishonesty, academic theft, sarcasm. So AI replacement for human beings. AI will not replace human beings, but there are some minor tasks that will be replaced by AI, such as if you go to the website of any company now, they have what they call the AI chatbox, where you can interface with an AI and ask questions without seeing any person physically. That's okay. Anyone that is stationed in the company to answer those questions, that is going to be replaced by AI. Now, in customer service, there are a lot of questions that AI cannot answer because the content, just like the example that Dr. Zaradin gave, I am approaching a well or I am approaching well. Contexts are different. Advantages and disadvantages of AI. The advantages of AI outnumber the disadvantages. But what is essential here is that there is what we call ethical use of AI. There is what we call AI governance. All of these things now are academic courses in advanced countries. In the US, there are a lot of legislations on AI, where you are use AI, where you are not use AI. Because, as I cited an example, someone in the US use AI as a prompt, okay? But the AI doesn't know the context, doesn't know the medical history of that person. Assuming now you go and see a doctor, the first thing the doctor tells you or asks you is your own medical history, your family history, if your data, if your family has history of hypertension, diabetes, and so on. You can now prescribe drugs, okay, that will not worsen hypertension, diabetes, and anything. But when you just ask AI about medications for your own ailment, and without AI knowing that you have diabetes or hypertension, it can prescribe drugs that will kill you. Yes. Thank you very much. So the next question on agri-precision.
During the presentation was related to the definition of Plantis. Plantis is an AI platform, it's an online website. It's also an application. It actually works with the internet. This means in a remote area like villages where there's no availability of internet services, you can use it. So they are come with the crop detector developed by AD students. One idea, it was offline. You collected data of nearby crops in Nigeria, and the system operates in is a multilingual. You can operate with Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Pidgin, Swahili, Afrikaner, principally nearby African countries, and French. So if once you choose a language, it changes, first everything changes automatically. So it was offline. So you just scan your crop and you tell me, okay, this is what is happening with the crop. And it also needs soil text, so you can test your soil in order to get a recommendation of the type of crops you can plant in place. So with those kind of things, definitely a farmer from a rural area can be able to use these kind of things. So the one idea is we should be able to focus on our own problem, not the problem from the West. So we should look around us. What is the problem? How do we develop solutions? So, and we have experts that can do that. Just like maybe the examples I gave, like a woman now in biochemistry developing a digital microscope. We have students in pharmaceutical engineering that develop eyeglasses. This system was developed in ABU, comes Petro. Currently, they are still working on a paradigm to also get like something like a digital microscope. So in the department for people that are interested to learn AI, at one graduate level, you can't be able to specialize in artificial intelligence. Once you reach 400 level, you opt into AI. At postgraduate level also, if you're interested to learn AI, you can apply with the Department of Engineering AI. Anything in artificial intelligence. So all these are for people that are interested to learn what AI is and how to use them and the kind of system you can develop AI. You can enroll in either undergraduate or postgraduate program in American University. Thank you very much.
So let me just advantages and disadvantages of AI. Of recent, I've seen content on social media whereby, you see, if AI falls on the wrong hand, it's criminal. Okay? So it all depends on whose hands AI falls in. Okay? I've seen content on social media where you can take an Islamic scholar, take his own picture, and put it in a picture in a pub or in a club, nightclub. As you can, Islamic scholar, remove his cap, change his hairstyle, haircut, look rubbish. You can pick someone, a decent human being, put him in between two women, indecent dressed women. So these are all ways that you can use AI criminally. But despite this, the advantages of AI outnumber advantages.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. And I believe we were more enlightened. Our scholars who tell us all the time that any paper that generates too much question is a very good paper. Once again, thank you very much, sir, for allowing us to start from the enterprise of your knowledge, allowing us to start from the knowledge of your experience. Indeed, the enterprise of your knowledge has been felt to be, sir. Now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the next item is presentation of certificates to the lecturer and discussant. And to perform this task, may I humbly, okay, we start with the special guest of honor, the chairman, Area Local Government, Engineer Jamil Ahmad Muhammad, who is here ably represented by Mihango Lucas. You're welcome, sir. And to perform this task, may I humbly and respectfully invite His Highness, the Emir of Zazzau, Ambassador Malam Ahmad Nubamali, who is here ably represented by Wazir Zazzau, Kali Inu Aminu, to please come forward and help in the presentation of this certificate.
Certificate is proudly presented to Engineer Jamil Ahmad Muhammad for your valuable contributions and successful dedication to ALOBA class of 2005. Your commitment, effort, and positive impact are fully and have contributed greatly to the success of this group. So, congratulations.
Next is our lecturer for today, in the person of Dr. Hamisu Adamadaleti.
The same wordings as I read earlier, the certificate of appreciation, and with other words, today's our lecturer. I think I'm proud of him. We are studying born in Zaria and studying in Zaria and becoming a pioneer. Mentioned some of the universities I attended. Actually, I was at the University of London, Source, 82, 83, for my LLM.
Next is our discussant, Dr. Zahreddin Haruna.
This is from Ahudahuda Old Boys Association, class of 2005. Well, we used to say class of 69 to 73. Yours is since 2005. When did you start? 1999 to 2005 sets. That is, yeah. I was 53 to 69 to 73. So congratulations, Professor. I saw you going to ask me to study, but it's all right. You have all this. You meet or you have met quite a number of students from here, the university. Congratulations. Thank you.
The next presentation, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a grand presentation. And I invite the former principal of the college, Malam Muhammad Abbas Aliyu, the serving principal, Malam Abdul Delwa, the serving principal, Malam Abdul Delwa, and the national president of ALOBA, Professor Aiki Zubairu, and the president of the 2005 set of ALOBA, Musa Abubakar, to present an award of appreciation to His Highness, the Emir of Zazzau, Ambassador Malam Ahmadu Bomale, who is here today ably represented by the Wazir Zazzau, Girma Kali wa Aminu.
Okay, I want to, on behalf of the 2005 yearbook of Ahudahuda Old Boys Association, present this award His Royal Highness Ambassador Malam Ahmad Nubali for his continuous support to education in Zazzau Emirate. Thank you very much.
I hope this logo, you know what is right? You know, al-ilmu min al-mahdi al-lahadi. Knowledge from the cradle to the grave. I've never seen any other college with this. So I've seen also titles, but this is the best that I've seen. Recently, I was talking to a very important personality who was in Bariwa College. So he was trying to, when I was introduced to him,
We have some silence, please.
when I was being introduced to him, I said he didn't know me because I didn't attend Bariwa. Yes, he said Bariwa. Why did you attend? I said, I attended Ahudahuda. He said he didn't know Ahudahuda. I said, read Surah Al-Naml. You will see Ahudahuda. And it was stated in that surah that this bag trace and discover the whole community and had everything, including a very fantastic bag. But unfortunately, they are worshipping the sun. And as a result of what this copy did, they all became Muslims. So Ahudahuda the Great, Ahudahuda the Great is there, and be proud of it. And that's the end of it.
Thank you very much for this wonderful remark.
I would like to thank Ali.
Thank you very much, sir.
I have to go there to say I want to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will now excuse His Highness.
Can we have some silence, please? Can we have some silence, please? Please sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Everybody sit down. Next, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed to the award presentation, the principal at Ahudahuda College, Madam Abdurrahman, has some presentation to make to some members of the LOC. Principal, sir.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Once again, on behalf of the management of Ahudahuda College Zaria, we have some talking present to some member of the LOC. Honestly speaking, as I said during my speech, we cannot appreciate the class of 2005. We can only do our best. Because class of 2005 is one of the best class so far. Apart from my own set, that is class of 1999. So I would like to call my able staff, some of my able staff that are here, come forward with the support of my mentor, the person of Alex Abbas, even though he's my mentor. I work under him for years. We are the one that trained us to be where we are today. Honestly speaking, we are always proud of people like Madam Abbas. I would like to invite my able staff, the Vice Principal, Madam Aisha, Madam Samau, to assist the National President in presenting this token amount to some of the individuals. Sir, you come forward so that you assist the National President.
The first person on that is Abdullah Yusuf Muhammad. Abdullah Yusuf Muhammad. Ismail Yahya. Abdullahi Rabi Muhammad. Abdullahi Rabi Muhammad. Brian Rabiu. Brian Rabiu. And the last but not the least of this category is the ALOBA president of the class of 2005, Mr. Ahudahuda.
Thank you very much, sir, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. The next presentation is certificates to our teachers, and to present this certificate, may I invite the then principal of Ahudahuda College, Allah Muhammad Abbas Aliyu, to please come forward and help in this presentation. Under this category is Malam Abdullah Zubayru. Next is Malam Abubakar Usman Dili. Malam Abubakar Usman Dili. Can we have some silence, please? Please, brothers, we're rounding up. Can we have some silence, please? Next is Malam Sahid Abdul Malik. Our next recipient is Malam Qasim Muhammad Awal. The games master did not look Scottish today. The game master did not look Scottish. Next is Malam Hassan Suleiman. Next is Malam Muhammad Abbas. Next is Malam Abba Sama'ila. Next is Malam Wakili. Next is Sabasani. Next is Malam Tari Abdullahi Isiaku. Can we have some silence, please, brothers? Silence, please. The next person is Malam Amir Suleiman. Malam Amir Suleiman. The next person is Malama Amina Usman Muhammad. And then we have Madam Sani Yusani. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Please, before we continue, we have some silence, please. Like I said earlier, I know we all are here, on the nostalgic feelings of 1999 to 2005. But please, there will be time for that. Our prominent personalities are still there, and I think it is very important that we respect their presence by keeping quiet. Next is award presentation. Award presentation. And to present this award, may I invite a representative of the Chairman's area local government, may Angol Logos, to please come forward and help this presentation. And the first recipient is the Chairman of today's occasion, the National President ALOBA, Professor Aike Zubairu. The second awardee is Lamali Kekacha. Honorable Honorable, thank you. The second awardee is Lamali Kekacha, Muhammad Rabiu Abdullahi. Thank you very much, sir. May I, to present the next category of award, may I invite the chairman of today's occasion, Professor Aike Zubairu. And the next awardee is the principal of the college, Malam Abdurrahman Yelwa. The next awardee is Madam Muhammad Abbas Aliyu, Principal ALOBA 2005. Thank you. The next recipient is Dr. Abubakar Ayuba, Department of Agriculture and Culture, Ahudahuda University. The next recipient is Annivesary, Professor. Please come forward and collect his behalf. Thank you very much. The place is becoming noisy, please. The place is becoming noisy, please. The place is becoming noisy. Can we have some silence? Can we have some decorum, please? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, may I announce that 20 years is never 20 months or 20 days. At least within 20 years, there are people that have navigated through so many paths to become who they are today. And it is based on that ALOBA 2005 said it necessary to award some important personalities, some established personalities from the 2005 set of Ahudahuda College. And to present this award, since the national president is here, we'll start with the national president and then we invite other prominent personalities to present this award. So the first recipient will receive this award from the national president of ALOBA, Professor Aiki Zuberi. And the first recipient under this is the first recipient in this category is the person that wrote the constitution of ALOBA 2005. That is Jafar. Please, a round of applause for our Barrister Jafar. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, National President. Listen.
Since it is the recipient is a barrister and he wrote the constitution of the state, I want to implore the state to ensure that the content of the constitution is totally in line with that of the national. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Next, to present the next award, may I invite our guest lecturer for today, Dr. Hamisu Ademodendeji. Please come forward. And the next recipient is the person that conducted the ALOBA 2005 such election, the ALBA chairman. The chair of that set, Comrade Umar Abdulaziz. Comrade Umar Abdulaziz. Okay, Andaji, we are not done, please. The next person under this category, the next recipient is one of the PhDs in 2005 set of ALOBA, Dr. Jamilu Yakubu, Dr. Jamilu Abdullahi, sorry. Dr. Jamilu Abdullahi is one of the personalities that backed PhD of the ALOBA 2005 set. Please give way. The next person. The next person is one of the Quran memorizers of the sect. The ALOBA of different sects Nigeria is blessed with. ALOBA Aliyu Ibrahim Paki. Allahu Akbar. ALOBA Mele Bibu. Dr. Endeze, thank you very much. Next, may I invite our discussant for today, Dr. Zahraddin Haruna, to please come forward. The next recipient, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Achebukina Gasako, is the Secretary Norman Kiwa District, Honorable Abdusalam Bashir. The next recipient is Dr. Jamil Abubakar. Dr. Jamil Abubakar is not availably absent, but is here ably represented by Abdurrahman Dambaba. Next is Sani Ibrahim Faraway. Sani Ibrahim Faraway is Surgeon of Sawakomo Entity. Sani Ibrahim Faraway, represented by Ibrahim Jaye. And the next recipient is so H is very representative. Okay, the chairman sir, please, we know that we're stressing you a lot, but as a sub-unit of the national body, there are certain functions that the national body for them to perform better. So the next categories are presented by the Kayusa, and the next recipient is the pioneer president of ALOBA 2005, Anas Ali Yusambo. Anas Ali Yusambo is not availably absent, but Ismail Mukhtar will collect on his behalf. Sarkin tambura Zazzau, Malam Abdullahi Al-Hassan. Malam Abdullahi Hassan. Sarkin tambura Zazzau. Aka ce kaji tambura sai sarki. And next is Al-Asim Salisu, Sarkin Dole da Goro. Sarkin Dole da Goro, Al-Asim Salisu. Okay. Majidani Kagarko, Abdullahi Musa. Majidani Kagarko, Abdullahi Musa is unavailably absent, but one of the Zalani will collect on his behalf. And last but not the least of this category is the incumbent president of the ALOBA 2005 set, Musa Abubakar. Thank you very much. The next presentation is to the members of the local organizing committee and to present this award by our principal, Alam Muhammad Abbas Aliyu, who please come forward and help with this presentation. The first person under this category is Uthman Abubakar. Uthman Abubakar is the financial secretary of the MEC. Uthman Abubakar is the financial secretary of the MEC. Next person is the treasurer Abdullahi Muhammad. Treasurer Abdullahi Muhammad. Ibrahim Rabiu, chairman. Ibrahim Rabiu, the chairman of the local organizing team. Next person is the Chief Security Officer, Ahmad Salisu. Next is Aminu Richifa. Aminu Richifa is the secretary of the local organizing committee. Dawood Hussein is next, the publicity secretary. Then Ismail Yahya, the public relations officer. Amir Tanima Abba, the vice chairman of the local organizing committee. Thank you very much, sir. The chairman, sir, distinguished guests. The next is, please, this is very important, please. Anna, wait. This is very important, please. Listen. The chairman, sir, distinguished guests. The ALOBA 2005 set had an engagement with the school management and asked them areas of need where they could come in. And the school management has outlined certain items or stationaries which they want the set to provide. And I've been reliably informed that they already provided all that the school requested. And they are here in your presence, and you want to officially present them. The principal was here earlier, but he has left for other engagements, and the vice principal is here.
receive the item on his behalf. May I invite you, sir, the chairman, the head boy, the then principal of 2005 said, and the representative of Zari local government chairman to officially hand over these items to his school on behalf of the ALOBA 2005 said, sir.
Okay. On behalf of the 2005 year group, I want to present this teaching and learning materials to the school management in order to enhance their performance, class, and administration. So, thank you very much. I want to also further extend this special because other set to fully emulate the 2006 year group. Last month, we were here in this same hall, Saturday and Sunday, two sets. The first one celebrated their 45 years anniversary, and they donated a vehicle to the school. You see a bus there, isn't it? The second set, that is they celebrated 25 years anniversary, among whom the Speaker of Kano State House of Assembly also sent representative here with a promise. We pray to Almighty Allah to enable them those promises. So I want to call on other year groups, as I said earlier, to emulate this year group, because the demand for the school management, government alone, are not to meet all. So the all boys should come together and see where they can make their own contribution as a give back to their alma mater. And we pray to Allah to give us a strength to continue to do this effort. So thank you very much. Mr. Principal, on behalf of the, as I said, the 2000 and the chairman of local government, who's ably represented by his deputy, congratulate you. I'm more grace to your help. Thank you very much.
On behalf of ALOBA 2005, I would like to hand over those things which actually we wanted to do more, but because of the situation and some issues here and there, we feel we can start with those ones. Therefore, the president of ALOBA 2005, and also as the chairman, we are donating these items to our alma mater with a view to doing more in our subsequent celebrations. Vice Principal, represented by the Principal of the College, here we hand over those items to you. Thank you, ALOBA 2005.
We really appreciate the effort for this gift given us. This says already we have something in mind to the program of this year. So we really appreciate this gift. We really look forward to more. We you are making a lot of efforts to solve the problem. So much about this more efforts.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sirs. Thank you very much, sirs. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the next rounding up. The next item is goodwill message from one of the recipients, and one of the recipients, or rather the recipients, to give the goodwill message on behalf of all recipients is the then principal of Ahudahuda College, back then in 2005, Malam Muhammad Abbas Ali. Please a round of applause for him. Malam Muhammad Abbas Ali is also one of our own demonstration secondary school. So you do not own him alone. Demonstration also own him. Thank you.
The chairman of this occasion, His Highness, Emir Abdullah, ably represented, invited guests, staff of Ahudahuda College, all students, good afternoon. I wish to sincerely appreciate the opportunity given to me to say one or two things. It is very, very difficult. It is a very, very difficult task. We head a school. Alhamdulillah, we have headed so many schools, and we have reached a certain stage that we have to go our rest. And Alhamdulillah, we have still been invited to come and say the word or two our students, or all students. I'm very, very happy to see the encouraging turn off. It's not easy, especially that some of you have resigned, have retired from the service. Some are on their own, but yet spare a little time to be with your colleagues. Thank you very much for coming, and we are wishing you safe journey back to your respective destination. Our invited guests, thank you very much for coming, and we are wishing you safe journey back to your respective places also. Finally, I wish to appeal to my dear students. You are still my students. Even though I can only recognize very, very few, because it has been a very long time. So I want to thank you very much, and urge you to please continue to do the good work. It's not easy, life is not easy, but Alhamdulillah, you are able to come here, and you have seen your heads, and I believe some of you will help the others that need assistance. May the Almighty help us all. Thank you very much, and safe journey to all of us.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, the closing prayers. Sorry, vote of thanks. And the vote of, we have a digital chairman, local organizing committee. So the vote of thanks is going to be virtual. The chairman.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On behalf of the local organizing committee of Ahudahuda Old Boys Association and over the children of 5 states, I would like to send our vote of thanks to, first of all, His Royal Highness, the Royal Father of the Day, area of Malam Ahmadu Gumali, ably represented by Wazir Muhammad Aminu. I also like to send our thanks to the chairman of area local government, ably represented. My special thanks also to the chairman of the occasion, who is the national president of ALOBA, Professor K. Azuberu. I would equally like to send our thanks to the lecturer or the guest speaker, who is the Associate Prof. Hamis Adamudandeji, and also the discussant, Dr. Zaharuddin Haruna. My also special thanks to the all members of the high table, whom within all their tight schedule find a time to be here with us and celebrate with us. My also special thanks to the entire members of the local organizing committee for their tireless efforts, support, and dedication towards the achievement of this milestone. I would also like to send our special gratitude to the entire members of Ahudahuda Old Boys Association of the 2005 stage. You really contributed towards the success of this program. You contributed financially, socially, and otherwise. And actually, you deserve a clap. Thank you very much. And I'm praying that the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take everybody safe back to his respective destination. Finally, my special regard to the chief host of the day, who is the principal of Ahudahuda College, Malam Abrahman Enwa. Sir, we really appreciate your support throughout the time of the preparation of this program. Thank you. The Almighty Allah bless all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our virtual chairman, our digital chairman. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, they say the longest lane, even the longest lane has an end. We have finally come to the end of this event. We started with prayers. It's also very important that we close with prayers. For the closing prayers, may I invite the Amir of the 2005 set, Malam Saminu, to please come forward. Thank you. And please, for members, after the closing prayers, members stay behind for your refreshments. There is more than enough food for everybody. Yes, and as for the members of the high table, you can excuse them to take their lead. But for members, please, to stay behind. There is more than enough food for you. You eat your food here. I remember the old days when you used to eat food at the dining hall. Thank you. Okay, certificates, refreshment, and souvenir for all members. Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وارحم محمد وعلى آل محمد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت ورحمت وباركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد الحمد لله اللهم يا ربي يا حي يا قيوم ويا ذا الجلال والإكرام اللهم إنا نسألك خير هذا اليوم خيره وخير ما فيه وخير ما بعده ونسألك فتحه ونصره ونوره وأنعه وهداه ونعوذ بك اللهم يا ربي من شر هذا اليوم شره وشر ما فيه وشر ما بعده اللهم يا ربي يا حي اللهم ارحمنا الاعمال المستائفه برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين يا رحيم الرحيم ويا ذا الجلال انك انت سميع الدعاء وتب علينا انك انت التواب الرحيم سبحان ربك رب العزه عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Please.